First of all, before I even get into the story, I just wanted to say this. You know, Rhianna was never really on my radar as far as like hot chicks are concerned until, what was it, 2014, where she posed naked. Then I totally got it and I was like, ooh, she is hot. I didn't notice, couldn't look past the forehead. But anyways, just had to say that. But now, yeah, I'd raw dog Rhianna and wouldn't look back. She looked back at it and maybe even scream a couple times. But anyways, TMZ put up a story that was so interesting, I just had to share it with you. Anyways, TMZ writes, and I quote, Rhianna is hot because she's, quote, not too dark. And that's what a guy claims was said in the firm that manages the singer's finances. A fired employee claims the firm, Flynn Family Office, FFO, had a sexist culture and comments were allegedly hurled that were racist. The fired employee claims one of the company's partners would say things like an assistant, quote, lost points in his eyes because she was too dark. FFO, which also reps Kelly Ripa, designer Tory Burch, and Katie Holmes, also allegedly tolerated discussions about sex tourism and the relative hotness of Asian women. Pause the story right there. This is why I'm marrying a Japanese woman. They had to sit up there and at work, they couldn't even work without thinking to themselves, boy, those Asian women are hot. Anyway, back to the story. TMZ goes on to say, and the suit claims there was loose talk about women, including comments such as a worker having an ass of steel. FFO is scoffing at the wrongful termination lawsuit, saying, quote, the complaint filed today is without merit, and we intend to defend vigorously against these baseless claims, end quote. Wow. So here's my opinion. I don't know whether or not this company was really doing all this. More than likely it was. Anybody, okay, before I say this, not trying to sound racist, but anybody who's worked with white folks, and especially if you're the one so-called black person there, they say all types of reckless shit. Think they're so fucking slick. When they think that nobody's listening and nobody's gonna find out, they will corner you at work if you're the only, quote, black person and just say some random racist shit. It's like the first thing they think. Whenever they see your skin, the first thing they think is black, 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 black. Even if your skin is brown. Or you could be lighter than them. You could be mixed, or you could be a very light-skinned person who's or freaking albino, and all they see is black. They can't even tell a story without saying, yeah, blah 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 blah, that's a black guy. And it's like, whoa, what the fuck? Does it really matter that the person was so-called black? Well, to them it does. It's basically the first thing that comes out of their mouth, and it won't have anything to do with the story. They could be talking about how when they were on their lunch break away from the building that you work in, somebody came up to them and told them about some concert that was going to be in town. Let's say, for example, I don't know, Elton John and Stevie Wonder were coming to town to perform at the big concert place or whatever. And instead of them just saying, yeah, so some guy at the store, on my lunch break, or the restaurant or whatever, told me blah, blah, blah. They'll say, so when I was on my lunch break, some black guy. And it's like, well, what does that have to do with the story? They don't do that when the person's white. It seems to only be when the person's, or mainly when the person's a quote unquote black person. Every once in a while they'll throw in, their race or ethnicity if the person is Mexican or Chinese or some other sort of Asian or Hispanic or something like that. But for the most part, it's pretty much only when the person's a so-called black person. It's really, really annoying. But anyways, as far as not being too dark, it's really funny to me that they bring this up because there's so many Negro bedwenches on the internet, and they're always bragging about how much white folks love them and white men just adore them. And I just sit back and read these comments from these stupid black women, and I'm like, man, if you only knew the truth. Like they said right here in this information, the woman lost points in the man's eyes because she was too dark. and you think that they don't like your stupid black ass because of the alleged behavior of this person or that person, no fucker. They don't like you because of the complexion of your skin, plain and simply. And if you bleach your skin to try to fit in, not would they only still hate you just as much. That would just be more ammo for them to have against you, just something else to laugh at you about. They will literally point and laugh just because of the complexion of your skin. And then these same dark people, specifically a lot of stupid black women, will say, well, I got made fun of by black people because of the complexion of my skin. Guess what? White people were making fun of it too. The only difference is the black people will turn around and still marry you, treat you as an equal, will actually genuinely want to be around you, not to use you as the token quote unquote black friend or anything shady like that. You got to think about it like this. The chick with short hair when you were younger probably got made fun of. The gay guy probably got made fun of. The straight guy that people thought was gay probably got made fun of. The straight guy who wasn't gay but still got called gay just as an insult or a joke or whatever, he got made fun of. Everybody gets made fun of about something for the most part. Very few people, if any, walk through life as an adolescent and don't have anything crazy said to them. For the most part, life doesn't work that way. Welcome to America in 2015. And it's been that way for a very, very long time, decades. So I don't want to hear anything about how bad the children are in this generation or any of that old adolescents hating bullshit. But you guys know what I mean. It's been that way for a very long time. People get picked on by everything. You might get picked on because you wear glasses. Then somebody else might wear contacts, but they'll say, well, you picked a funny color and that shit looks funny on you. You dark as fuck with some goddamn hazel eyes. What the hell's wrong with you? What the fuck are you doing? It's just a part of the game of life, all right? So anyways, let me know what you think about it all below. Be sure to subscribe to the Meat Magazine YouTube channels and visit meatmagazine.blogspot.com for more.